Alright, so this is my second game of Stardew Valley, and I am in the fall of my second year, and I am waiting for this thing to spit out a quartz. I don't want to go to bed before it does, because then I'll get one less quartz than if I wait and then get it. This has become a major part of my day now. It's staying up every day. I can't go to bed. In my first game, I was going to bed. I had a lot of early nights, but now I'm staying up to get the stinking quartz. So the goal of this second game was to basically do what I did in the first game, which was to create a wine-based money machine, but to do it all a lot sooner and earlier by knowing exactly what to do and only spending money on the things that help get me there, and only spending time on the things that help get me there. So I've neglected a whole lot of things this second game. I've neglected any relationships with other characters. I haven't been giving the museum any artifacts. I've just been purely trying to build up the wine-making operation as fast as I can. And so we'll go to bed, and then we'll take a look at what we've got here in the new game. So you can see it's the fall year 2. Now, the house is already expanded because it has to be. I had to get the baby's room and everything, even though I have no wife or baby, but I needed to do that because I needed to get the cellar, which is the last upgrade you can get on the house. And so here's my cellar, and those are all my wine casks. That's almost as many wine casks as can possibly fit. I think you can fit one or two more here on the stairs, but I was happy with it just like that. It's going to take a long time before those mature, but when they do, that'll be a whole bunch of money. All those are filled with star fruit, by the way. My first game, I had ancient fruit. In this game, I never managed to get ancient fruit, so I've just been using star fruit, which I think is still pretty good. So, similar to the first game, I have my oak resin is important because I need to get kegs. I have a number of different sources of oak resin. All these trees down here give me oak resin. All the trees out by the bus stop give me oak resin. Sometimes it's hard to get through all these trees. And every time I get a new oak resin, I build a new keg. And we are building up a great amount of kegs. In the last game, I had one shed full of kegs, but now you can see I have 3 sheds. And each one is significantly full with kegs. Now, this is the one I'm working on, and I just got, 8 oak resins, which means I can make 8 more kegs. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we'll go in here. Plop down all these new kegs. So quite a bit more kegs than last game. Quite a few more. Let's see, switch to the fruit, yeah. No. 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 No! And quite a lot of excuse me, casks in the cellar. And just trying to make all the money. For what? For nothing. There's nothing to purchase. I'm literally just making money for the sake of money at this point. Okay, now the quartz. I was talking about the quartz. Why do I want the quartz? Because the quartz is necessary to make these quality sprinklers. I'm not trying to make iridium sprinklers because I can't get iridium in a good way except mining in the Skull Cavern, and I have no desire to do that. So I've been getting quality sprinklers, which require a quartz and a gold each. But you can see here I have many sprinklers now, and this is the difference in the first game. The first game, I was growing nothing except the ancient fruits in the greenhouse. But in this game, I am growing a lot of just crops. And in the summer, these would all be star fruits, but since it's fall, I have to just pick something, and so I'm growing cranberries. And so as you can see, there are a lot of cranberries here for me to pluck. And so this has become a big part of the day. Just coming through here and plucking cranberries. It's actually pretty boring. And really, I don't even know if all this is worth it, because I've created this vast expanse of crops, and all these raw. I'll just sell these cranberries raw because I don't have kegs to put them in, and they wouldn't sell it. I'm saving the kegs for the star fruit, basically. All these cranberries sell when I sell them raw. They sell for much less than the wine. So it's like I'm doing a large amount of extra work for a small amount of extra money. But building out all this cropland has been sort of just a goal, something to do throughout the day. So, and I'm almost done, really. I came up with this pattern here. This pattern is based on the scarecrow's distance of what they can reach. And this pattern completely covers every tile. But it does have some oddities to it. Like it creates these like holes here. Let's find one. Like this hole. And this hole, that's like a hole that the pattern creates. I could put more sprinklers in those holes, but they wouldn't have... either they wouldn't have scarecrow coverage at all, or they wouldn't have total scarecrow coverage. So maybe I'll just put another scarecrow in there. Or maybe not, I don't really know. But I could fill in those holes. Other than the holes, there's not a lot of land left on the farm to do anything. I've pretty much cut down all parts of the farm that were natural. Every stone has been mined, every log on the ground and stick and twig has been cut up, and all of really the natural growing trees have been chopped down. I have two little tree forests over here. This one here is a maple forest right here. Maples are the trees that give you hardwood. I don't need hardwood. I don't even really know why I did that. I got a maple seed a long time ago, and I thought, well, let's just put one here. And, if it duplicates, makes some other maple trees, that's fine. And over time, it's made a few, as you can see. And then down here I have oak trees, and I guess this is something of a naturally growing forest. But every time a new oak tree comes, I slap a thing on it. And I've been getting my sap from there that I use to make the kegs. I could probably go faster with the sprinklers if I went back into the mines to get more quartz, but I actually did a lot of mining in this game, a lot of mining early on. And so I'm kind of happy to be retired from mining because I have so much money now that I can just buy gold, iron, and copper, as much of it as I want. The only thing that I can't buy is the quartz, so I got this thing, which duplicates quartz, but the problem is you have to wait on it. And it can make about maybe 3 quartz a day, but the problem is you gotta stay up all day to get them. The other thing is that this machine required iridium, and I got very fortunate that I got one of those meteorites, an iridium meteorite. That gave me the iridium that I needed to make that one machine. If I hadn't gotten that meteorite, I guess I would still be going into the mines every day to try to farm for quartz. What I would really like now is to get a second one of these machines so I can double my quartz output. But to do that, I need to get another meteorite. So I'm adding, I guess, maybe about 2 to 3 new sprinklers a day at this rate. And my plan is just to keep adding them wherever there's space. There's another one. Just keep adding them wherever there's... I mean, I'm not going to try to like press into this space, but really everything here to the right, I'm just going to keep as the forest, but... You know, maybe I'll fill in this hole, even if it gets eaten by Scarecrow. I'll fill in this hole. This will be another hole. I'll do that. But yeah, you can see this whole land is cleared out now to grow all my crops. Now, I keep thinking about sort of logical places to stop this game, but I keep going. And unfortunately now, it's the fall of the second year. Unfortunately now, one logical place that I see stopping it would actually be after next summer. Because going until the summer, planting starfruit in every single one of these spots here, and then harvesting all that starfruit and selling it should be a rather gigantic haul of money. Another possible stopping point would be kind of similar to the first game, just waiting until the cellar matures. My cellar has actually already matured once. And I sold everything and I made a bunch of money. And now it has its second bunch of wine in it. And more than before, because the first time I didn't have it fully maxed out like I do now. So that's the second idea, maybe, is just sell all those. And then be done. You can see I still have about 1,000 starfruit here from it. Oh, I have to go to the greenhouse. So I am still growing starfruit year-round in the greenhouse. None are mature today. But not that much starfruit compared to the cranberries. But over the summer, I grew a bunch of starfruit. So I have about 1,000 here in my inventory, and I'm using these starfruit to fill the kegs. I'm going to keep doing that even into the winter when I'm growing nothing. I'll just keep putting the starfruit in the kegs. Keep growing a little bit of starfruit in the greenhouse. By the time next summer rolls around, I should have this entire place fully covered with sprinklers, and I could just do like a gigantic starfruit crop, and then maybe call that a game. I don't know. This game is very strange. It's like there's no obvious places to end, so I just keep playing, but I don't feel like it's like hugely rewarding. I don't feel like I've accomplished anything here. If someone were to look at this and say that looks like a giant waste of time to me, I would say, you're right. This was a giant waste of time, and it feels like a giant waste of time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll make one more video on whatever moment it is that I declare to be the end. We'll make another video for that.